James, it's great to have you back on InvestorStream. Now, a pleasing development for KNeomedia on Friday with a repeat order for the Connect All Kids deployment, which I think takes the total revenue from this program to around 760,000 Australian dollars. Now, the release gives a pretty good overview of the sale, but I guess what all shareholders really want to know is why has there been such a lag between announcing this sale and the money essentially hitting your account?
Alex, I certainly understand why shareholders are being very frustrated, and it might look like we've had a number of false starts. However, there have been numerous checkpoints and agencies we've dealt with independently in what has been an extraordinarily thorough vetting process. And let me add, Alex, that New York City Department of Education is custodian of a huge budget, in fact $34 billion, and you need to meet a number of criteria to become approved. It's a privilege, but it's also a linear process that does take time, as we've learned going through it.
Okay, so you've booked a sale and you have a second one coming down the line, but what's to say the same thing won't happen again?
Well, to start with, we're fully vetted and in the system and now under contractual approval, so that alleviates the payment concerns. On your second question, DOE is the gateway for New York City and New York State more widely. So if a commitment is made for more Connect All Kids funding, it will now be approved more seamlessly and paid more seamlessly.
So, in your view, what's the next step to grow sales?
Alex, our immediate focus is Connect All Kids in New York State, and the reason is the NAAC have such a big focus here first. Also, New York State has just under 5,000 schools and 2.6 million students, so it's one of the largest school systems in the world. So you can understand that the opportunity there is comparable. There are also other growth channels that we're pursuing, but we want to lock in more sales here first in New York State, where we've done such a lot of groundwork. We're also very conscious of the substantial transactions afoot in New York State predating COVID that we need to close, including the 10,000 seat licenses we announced last year. And the requirement for licenses in Dell technology is now an imperative as schools resume from their summer vacation to a largely remote learning environment. But actually, whether it's in class, at home, or a blended school model, we have the vetted and approved solution in the Connect All Kids program.
Great. Thanks for the update, James. Really appreciate you taking the time to join us today, and all the best.
Thanks, Alex. Look, I'd just like to finish by iterating that this pre-approval is a huge catalyst for us, and we're going to demonstrate this with more sales, but we're going to take the time to connect again with shareholders very soon and explain in more detail the process we've gone through to get to this point so they can better understand the value that we've actually achieved here.
Thanks for the update, James.
Thanks, Alex.